Put up the picture full mass. Look at that. Diddy got little buddy caught up in this mess. All right, according to arrest records obtained by Rolling Stone, 25-year-old Brendan Paul, amateur music producer and ex-Syracuse University CBB player, is accused in a recent lawsuit of being Sean Combs' drug mule and was arrested on Monday on cocaine and marijuana possession charges. Recent reporting states the 6-foot individual has since been bailed out of jail. According to the arrest affidavit, Paul was taken into custody by Miami-Dade police. This took place Monday afternoon. This was at the airport. Police were alongside Homeland Security. Remember, they have this HSI sting they're doing. When the first arrest was made and a family member of Paul's confirmed the arrest, Paul's attorney said in a statement to Rolling Stone, quote, "We do not plan on trying this case in the media. All issues will be dealt with in court." All right. So at the same time, Homeland Security agents and local law enforcement raided Combs' homes in Miami and Los Angeles, marking the onset of the federal sex trafficking probe. Following numerous civil lawsuits against the Bad Boy Records exec, Rolling Stone and other outlets note it's still not clear if the raids were connected to the allegations in the civil lawsuits. Rolling Stone notes it's also unclear if Paul's arrest is connected to the wider investigation into Combs or where he was headed to the airport. At the airport, per NBC News, Combs was confirmed to be in Florida at the time of those raids. There's some background notes. So as we covered on Monday, officials seized Combs' phones before he was scheduled to leave for a Caribbean trip. That's called evidence, all right? And per video footage obtained by TMZ, Combs could be seen pacing around outside the airport. Miami police told Rolling Stone they had no record of Combs being arrested by their department. All right, that's all they provided. Arresting officers claimed Paul had, quote, the contraband inside his personal travel bags. And the suspect, cocaine, was located and tested. Paul was taken to Turner Gifford Night Correctional Center in Miami. He was being held on two separate $2,500 bonds for two charges: cocaine possession and possession of a controlled substance. Now, I'm going to say this, even though we don't have any information to confirm it yet, circumstantial. If you have a $2,500 bond and you got cocaine, either you have personal use cocaine, so that means they cannot get you with an intent to distribute, or you snitching. And I don't think there has been enough time to coordinate a state's witness against somebody. So per the lawsuit filed by music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones against Combs, all right? So this is kind of your genesis, official record. Jones, Lil Rod Jones, which Paul was recently named in the lawsuit, Jones accused Paul of being Combs' mule, allegedly acquiring and distributing Mr. Combs' drugs and guns. Per Rolling Stone, a person close to the situation confirmed that Paul's mugshot was the same man named in Jones' complaint, okay? Now, he already knows he's been named in a lawsuit. Well, what is a lawsuit? A lawsuit is a sworn statement. Somebody is swearing and attesting that these things happened, okay? It's not a small deal, it's a big deal, especially if the allegations are criminal in nature. All right, so Jones' lawsuit was the latest to accuse Combs of sexual assault alongside harassment and not compensating him for work on the Grammy-nominated The Love album. Jones claims he witnessed Paul acquire and distribute drugs to Combs and his associates. Quote, members of the enterprise and their associates procured, transported, and distributed ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, mushrooms, you name it. And obviously they did this via carry-on luggage, the lawsuit claims. Jones claims that he personally witnessed Paul transport or intend to transport illegal substances and in his bag or baggage while traveling between Los Angeles, Miami, Virginia, the Caribbean, and London. This was on 3 occasions. He cites December 2022, April 2023, November 2023. And the photo supplied in this lawsuit, Paul is seen holding up what appears to be prescription pills, a bottle, and a black pouch sitting on his lap. Jones claims the bag was filled with ecstasy, cocaine, and everything else. As mentioned in prior reporting, the lawsuit. So you got Cuba Gooding Jr. Was also accused of sexual assault by Jones. A version of the lawsuit amended as of Monday now lists Gooding Jr. as a defendant. The lawsuit stated Jones believed Cohn was grooming him and was going to pass him off to his friends when he introduced Jones to Gooding Jr. and allegedly suggested that Cuba got to know Mr. Jones better. The complaint included this screenshot from a video, the video of the alleged incident where the complaint says Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones' legs, his upper inner thighs near his groin, the small of his back, and it gets quite graphic. It was R&B singer Cassie's bombshell 35-page complaint against Combs November 16th that set this whole thing off. Sometimes people feel safe in numbers. This was the quickest settlement I've ever seen in my natural life. Less than 1 day, everything settled. Okay? Unheard of. Wosny, this is one of those stories where, now, first of all, let's just keep it 100. We have always heard of stories about Puff Daddy, his parties, etc. So that's not a secret. Whatever consenting adults do, I'm okay with it. The part I have a problem with is the non-consenting adults. And the non-consenting young people who are technically adults but still very immature in mental processes and thinking. So now you have a flood, including people who are associates with Diddy. It seems like they're serious. What say you?
Yeah, I think the allegations are certainly serious because in this gentleman's lawsuit, he alleges that not only were they doing recreational drugs, which, let's be honest, Dr. Richey, anybody who knows or has been around anything music industry related, these people do recreational drugs, including weed, ecstasy, cocaine, you name it, and they do prescription drugs recreationally all the time. This is not a secret. This isn't a revelation. The allegations that there were women who were 16 and 17 years old given drugs unwittingly, I think to me, that's the most serious of the allegations, that one, these women were sex workers as underage people, and two, that they were drugged unwittingly. To me, that seems to be the most serious accusations. Now, I've become somebody who's a bit more skeptical when the feds do bring cases against celebrities. This idea that, you fly in willing sex workers from a foreign country, now you're a sex trafficker. I find it hard to square that circle. But if people are drugged and younger people are coerced into performing sex acts on adults, those are serious offenses.
Yeah.
As far as this gentleman, I hope, I hope that none of these things happen to him. And if they did, I hope he gets some restitution. But, the drug dealer, carrying cocaine that get him $2,500 bond, I'm with you. It seems like he probably had a few punk grams on him. And they were like, all right, we can let this guy go. If that, right, exactly. And so the recreational drugs part of it is like salacious, but it doesn't surprise me. The stuff where younger people, again, in this lawsuit, he is alleging that younger women were around and were coerced into sex work, AKA trafficked. That's quite serious. And I think if that's actually true and can be proven, these people should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Yeah, well, one thing is guaranteed. The story will develop every day. more and more.